Menengai Oilers. So Strathmore Leos will be playing their final match of the day, and they'll be taking on the Menengai Oilers. This one, ladies and gentlemen, is an interesting fixture. It happened last weekend in Mombasa, and we had Strathmore Leos coming on top. Another opportunity, another day. Kicking us off, the Strathmore Leos receiving with Menengai Oilers. Schofield, Arnold Muita kicking off, Kipchichi receiving. Oilers required to attack fast. John Okoth to Alvin Havoli. Havoli takes contact. Swung back, Philip Okeo to Kipchichi steps, but Strathmore Leos take him. Referee says no hands. Philip Okeo swings it back. That is Moura to Philip to John Okoth. Philip now marshalling the midfield for the Oilers. Fortunaturo to Kipchichi with Abukuse on the outside. Abukuse has nothing on his mind but to shrug off Brian Wendo's attempted tackle there. And that is try time. Menengai Oilers.
Yeah, Menengai Oilers enjoying a huge support here. His home ground belong to the Nakuru RFC, but in that split of game, they just had enough in their tanks to go end to end, coast to coast, and what they did was just a lot of probing on both on the Strathmore Leos defense, and finally when it got to the speedman Abukuse, Strathmore Leos had no answers for that. A good show from Oilers, setting the pace early on, having the momentum. And this one is not yet over, of course. Strathmore have a lot to say in this one.
It has just started, of course. Strathmore have a lot to say. Strathmore, no stranger when it comes to taking on the Menengai Oilers. Menengai Oilers this time round knocked the ball on. Alvin Havoli went for the high wristed. There's a 50-50 chance there between.
Did you pick anything but in the hair?
Strathmore Leos and the Menengai Oilers. The two big men, Shemokola and Alvin, laboring back to their feet. That's a knock on in the air there by Alvin. And that is a strong feed for the Strathmore Leos. Remember, the Leos are defending this title, the Prinsloo Sevens, and they'll be looking to set the mark early on match day one, albeit late in the afternoon, but these are early days in terms of the competition.
Yeah, top of the table clash here, straight shootout. Whoever wins this one goes to the top, and you will think it will be a better draw for them come tomorrow, the Quarter Cup final pairing.
Yes, it's all about the Cup quarter-final pairings. Schofield to Elton Amalemba. Elton dances with Alvin. Elton goes back, looks for space, doesn't get any, comes back down the blind once again. Elton being the menace. Amalemba, referee says the players have to release. Oilers. Barnabas swings it out wide to awaiting Shemokola. Shemokola takes the ball in two hands. runs into the on-coming defensive line. The Menengai Oilers referee is playing an advantage, an offside advantage, and he will be pulling play back there. Dennis Apukuse, the suspect, the culprit, caught offside, and play will be pulled back for a penalty to the Strathmore Leos.
Leos trying to respond here with the try of their own, an attacking prowess from them, trying to keep the ball alive, taking cognizance of the fact that the referee was playing advantage, but Oilers just being streetwise there, getting themselves back into the game and cutting out that advantage play, so giving them an opportunity to reset here. Strathmore, of course, have the ball in hand.
Strathmore Leos looking to score. Victor Mola dancing into traffic. Brian comes back. Elton dealing with Daniel Kipchirchir, shrugging him off. Oilers strong on defense. Barnabas, and looks like an intercept there. Gabi should recycle the ball for the Strathmore Leos. Arnold to Barnabas. Barnabas loses the ball forward. That is a very, very good defensive run there by Menengai Oilers. They've thwarted the Strathmore Leos, who looked for all money that they had an opportunity to score at least a responding try, having gone down.
Yeah, Oilers remaining on their feet, not getting caught up in the set pieces, which and actually they have been sharp enough to observe that Strathmore are trying to keep the ball alive at all times, and they are creeping into the defense line and the attacking lines of the Strathmore Leos, which forces Strathmore Leos to play really close and not utilizing the spaces out there.
There you have it, Fortuna Turo and company fighting for every blade of grass. Alvin Cavoli swings it to John to Abukuse. Abukuse now in the midfield, just cropping up everywhere. Abukuse, the man Oilers go to whenever they need somebody to stand up. Oilers, John Okoth steps back. Strathmore Leos strong on defense. Nijo and company, that's a turnover. Referee allows a quick tap there. Barnabas knows very well that his wingman in the name of Victor Mola is quite dependable. Arnold Mita passing it to Gabi. Gabi comes back against the defensive line. Oilers, everybody working so hard. Long busting defensive effort. Mwendo now decides to go to the boot. Everyone up. That means there is space on the backside of the Menengai Oilers. Victor Mola kicks the ball, chases, and could have grounded. Time for the referee to get some assistance from his assistant referee, and that means it is a knock-on. That's a knock-on.
Yeah, Victor Mola just busting his lungs, chasing after that one. And it was not a bad decision by Arnold to kick the ball through, because they had been pinned down in their 22 in their half for the longest time in this half, and they had to change tact a little bit there. And at the very least, they get territorial advantage and get to apply pressure on Oilers in this defense. Oilers' defense has been quite good in between these referee whistles, but they will be tested here. What will be their options once game resumes? Strathmore really have been good with trying and ensuring that their racks are quite fast, trying to keep the ball moving, and I'm just quite impressed by how Oilers have been able to put their foot down and not have any line breaks accruing from whatever Strathmore Leos are doing.
In the background there, you can see Division 2 live 7th rugby action. That is the Sportpesa National 7th Circuit, Prinsloo 7th Division 2 category. Beautiful faces all coming out. The weather being fantastic. Well, it's a chilly evening, but what do you expect from the Great Rift?
Yeah, just the plains here receiving a lot of wind. starting out, ending the way it began in the morning, a little bit chilly, but for the players, everything to play for here as we go to the break. Oilers leading 7 to Strathmore 0.
Well, it has been a cagey affair, in fairness. Menengai Oilers have in the second day. Pool C, KCB, Catholic Monks have played 2-3 games each. There will be a few games coming your way, so keep an eye on these live actions, and you can grab all this on the 25app.com/live. That is the live stream for the results as they come out of the Suguta Valley.
Yeah, Oilers kicking us off for the second half. They got penalized there. That set play affording Strathmore an opportunity to get out of their territory with a line-out throw right at the halfway point of this pitch. And they will just look to continuance from where they were in the first half. They had enjoyed quite a bit of possession, just never getting to convert that into points. A hint of knock-on there, but referee said it went back. However, the resultant pass was a pressure one, and it traveled forward.
Yes, the ball was received there under pressure. Barnabas Oworo had to rise up and tap it backwards, but the ball went forwards in that attempted tap backwards. Strathmore Leos haven't taken their chances when they've been presented. The Menengai Oilers strongly on defense. This is a very, very good defensive effort. Similar to that, we have seen Kenya Harlequins just previously in the last game did quite a job on Nakuru RFC in terms of the defense. They do say defense wins you titles, and of course sorting out your defense on match day 1 would offer you the best platform going on to match day 2.
Very true, Walter, and the Oilers very aware of that, even as they try there to have their own attack. Very nice offloading there in contact. Oilers quick to the races here, just ensuring that their ball is secured enough. They look to spread it out wide. Moura with a long miss cut-out pass. Out he goes, he steps out of that tackle, and the cross-cover defense is not there. Savoli with a strong carry there, just going through the paces at 10 meters short. Okoth with an offload, and they end up walking to the try line. End-to-end stuff here, spreading Strathmore until they run short of numbers.
A beautiful try scored there by the Menengai Oilers. Patience with ball in hand. The replay there showing John Okoth just delaying that pass a little bit, a millisecond there, and having Strathmore Leos committing to that tackle. It meant Daniel Kipchirchir had a clear path to the try line. That is the second try for the Menengai Oilers as we await the conversion. Dennis Abu Kuse looking for the extra 2 points, not getting the extra 2 points. Oilers 12, Strathmore 0. We have 2 more games to go on match day 1. Tweli, this venue, we do have a village set up. Looking around the pitch, the beautiful pitchside boards that are currently marketing the sponsors and everyone. You see the big screen on the far end. What do you have to say about this organization in terms of the quality?
Walter, it's a huge step up from what we had last year, and it shows also in the attendance. One of the best attended events is normally the Prinsloo Sevens, but in these years being also another thing that the fans look forward to.
Yes, of course, the fans, the revelers, the match day sponsors, the bosses, the fans. Those are the every reason we are here. That is try time, Strathmore Leos, Wafula, Samuel going over for Leos fast as Kipchirchir urges his counterparts to keep up with the pace of the game. Maybe having defended so much, it really takes a toll eventually. Toeli, you can't defend the whole 14 minutes.
Yeah, Strathmore really is speaking about their fitness. They will keep going all the way to the last minute. And Oilers must be aware of that, even as they try to retain the lead in this game. However, another thing also is that Strathmore are one of the best attacking teams in the circuit. And so Oilers always had to know that there are defensive duties coming up throughout the game. Strathmore, of course, now pinning Oilers in their own 22.
Well, you can say they've pinned them, but this is the most dangerous part of the game, where you probably think you've pinned them, but then there's one line break and something happens and you lose it. So you can see there they've kicked the ball down pitch. Arnold Muita getting isolated, didn't have the luxury of coming round or running back the open side, and had to kick the ball into touch. Oilers looking to execute their line-out move. Ball there, and an opportunity arises for Strathmore Leos, who are lucky enough to have possession as we speak. Forced to play from deep in their own half. They needed to release. Player is tackled in the goal line area. That is around 5 meters. Now, here's an opportunity, 1 minute 33 seconds out, for the Menengai Oilers to actually put the last nail on the coffin.
Yeah, going by what we've seen in this match so far, Oilers, if they score here, it's pretty much game over for Strathmore Leos, because Oilers have been very strong in defense. And Strathmore really haven't made the best of impressions when it comes to their attacking opportunities. Therefore, this is something that Strathmore have to defend with all that they have. Look to turn over this particular scrum down, apply pressure on it, because if the ball goes out wide...
It's Dennis chewing gum.
Yes, very interesting. Very interesting. Very risky thing to do.
From that act of chewing, who knows? Samson had locks on his hair. Maybe Abukuse had just bundling his way over the try line. Comes out and he's like, yo, this is me. You expect this from me. Build a Ogeta.
Yeah, Moura opting to take the ball to the right there. His pace, once he picked the ball off the scrum, just ensured that both his opposing number 9 and the flyer were made to be on a standstill. And that created space out wide. Belda Ogita, very strong ball carrier. Any day on one-on-one, he is bound to get the better of you. As we say, so time runs out for Strathmore. One of the few losses that they will get in this circuit, and it has been dished out in day 1, the Prinsloo Sevens. You can see